15 cooking tricks from professional chefs that are revealed only at culinary schools. You go to a restaurant, you try their amazing food, and you're just dying to know what their secret is. How did they get their food to just taste so perfect? And you can't even perfect scrambled eggs. Well, in this video, we're going to give you some tips that will change your entire cooking game. Before we begin this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily tips like this and turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos. Professional chefs, for the most part, like to keep their cooking tricks a total secret. The only people who really learn their ways are their cooking students. But if you aren't planning to go to culinary school, we found some cooking wisdom for you. Now, keep watching for 15 cooking tricks that professional chefs from around the world have revealed. These are sure to help you make your food taste a little better. Maybe as good as Gordon Ramsay's, maybe even better. And do you know what cooking habits most chefs absolutely avoid? Well, stick around to the end and we'll let you know. Some of these tricks are pretty simple, and some might be a little out of the ordinary, but regardless, if you try some or all of them, it's sure to make you enjoy your meal just a little bit more. Number 15, meat from the fridge. Thinking of frying a piece of meat that just came out of the fridge? Don't. Leave it out for an hour or two before cooking it. Once it's at room temperature, you'll fry the meat evenly and get a great meal. Number 14, juicy meat. Wondering how to get the juiciest meat? Juicy meat is simply delicious, and here's a tip on how to cook a perfectly juicy slice of meat. Simply take 3 cups of water, add a 1/4 cup of salt and a 1/4 cup of sugar. Pour the brine onto your meat so that the liquid covers it, and put the bowl in the fridge. How long the brining goes for will depend on the thickness of the chops you have. Number 13, enhance the taste of your spices. To enhance the taste of the black pepper or cumin in your dish, simply toss them in a pan over medium heat, toasting them until they're fragrant. Once you do this, you can use a mortar or pestle to grind your spices. Number 12, dough. Want to cook the perfect dough? All you have to do is follow this one simple rule and you'll achieve it. Just take the butter and the eggs out of the fridge the night before and start baking when they are at room temperature. That's it. You'll notice such a difference. According to sallysbakingaddiction.com, you should never ignore this step. Certain recipes call for specific ingredients to be baked at room temperature. If you avoid this step in most recipes, your recipe simply won't live up to its delicious potential. This means that it won't taste as good as it should taste. Why does room temperature make such a difference, you ask? Well, certain ingredients like eggs, butter, and other dairy ingredients trap air when they are at room temperature. When these ingredients are baking in the oven, the trapped air expands, creating fluffiness. Ingredients which are at room temperature also bond together much easier because of their warmth. This creates a smooth texture, whereas colder ingredients can result in clumping and denseness. Now you know. Number 11, add a delicate crust to your fish. Want to try a fish on the grill and get a delicate crust? Easy. Just spread some mayonnaise on it and get a tasty, delicate crust. All you need is a pastry brush. Grab the brush, dip the tip in the sauce. You can add some salt and then grill it. Number 10, what's the secret to cooking the best steak? Alain Ducasse, one of the most famous chefs in the world, revealed his secret for cooking perfect steak. It's placed on its edge because it renders fat. Once you do that, the steak cooks in the beef fat, creating an appetizing crust on the edges. That way, you don't need oil while cooking it. Did you know about any of these cooking tricks described in the video so far? Keep watching as we continue to count down the top cooking tricks from professional chefs around the world. And make sure you stick around until the very end to find out what chefs say you should never do when it comes to cooking. Number 9, the secret to mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are delicious, but if they're not made properly, they can be a disaster. Before you mash your boiled potatoes, dry them properly. put them in a heated frying pan and keep them there until the remaining water dries out. Don't let the heat fry them. Once dry, you'll get the yummiest, creamy mashed potatoes. Number 8. Veggie cream soup. Before you start cooking veggie cream soup, fry all the vegetables separately with olive oil, then simply add water or a broth. The frying will caramelize the sugar in the veggies and will really enhance their flavor. The food will be so delicious. Number 7. Pancakes. Pancakes. The best of the best when it comes to breakfast. Don't you agree? Well, want to get the best pancakes? Always add 2 tablespoons of sour cream to your pancake mix. This trick works for all kinds of pancakes, and they turn out to be fluffy, free of cracks, and most importantly, tasty. Number 6. Sugar as a seasoning. Sugar isn't only used to sweeten your food, it also works as a good seasoning. Add a bit of sugar to a dish with pickled or fresh tomatoes or a tomato paste. The sugar will reduce the natural sourness and make any meal super tasty. You can also add sugar to the sauce of classic spaghetti dishes. This will introduce a whole new flavor and completely change your spaghetti eating experience. Number 5. Perfectly fried eggs. This is a tricky one. There are 3 components to the perfectly fried egg: thick-walled frying pan, butter, and minimum heat. Heat up the frying pan, add half a tablespoon of butter. Make sure it melts slowly and doesn't reach a sizzle. Break the eggs and cook for 4 to 5 minutes. Number 4. Broth. Getting a clear broth is the most important part of a lot of soups, sauces, and other dishes. You need to cook a chicken on low heat without a cover for 3 hours. Don't let it boil. After cooking it for 1.5 hours, you can add parsley, celery, carrots, and onions. Number 3. How to get a crispy bread crust. Just put a bowl of water into your oven when you bake. The steam will naturally work its magic and you'll manage to get a nice, crispy, delicious bread crust. Usually, people have difficulty achieving the perfect crust. Either it's too pale or too thick. Number 2. How to cook onions. Cooking onions correctly is key. Use a medium heat for frying and add both cooking oil and butter to the heated frying pan. Cut the onions and fry them with some salt. The salt helps get rid of the unpleasant onion smell, helps them cook quicker, and caramelizes to add a sweet flavor. Number 1. Avoid smelling like garlic. If you love eating garlic but don't want to ruin your chances with a date, don't worry. Don't add garlic to the dish. Rather, apply some garlic juice to the plate. That way, you'll avoid smelling really bad and enjoy your favorite flavor. Now that you know the top 15 cooking tricks from professional chefs, here are cooking mistakes that chefs say everyone should avoid. Number 3. Always read the recipe before you start cooking. Before you start cooking, you should always make sure to read the entire recipe. This way you can prepare all your ingredients and get everything read. According to Linda Carucci, author of Cooking School Secrets for Real-World Cooks, reading the entire recipe is the only way to make sure that the meal will be successful. When you don't read over the full recipe before cooking, you can miss crucial details, which can mess up your entire dish. Number 2. Overcrowding the pan. When you cover the entire surface of your pan, it actually traps heat. This creates steam, and according to Richard Simpson, Director of Education at the Institute of Culinary Education, steam can lock in juices and flavor. Number 1. Skipping the preheat. You should never skip out on preheating your oven or your pan. Tamara Murphy, chef and owner of Seattle restaurant Brazza, says that it is imperative that your cooking surface is hot enough to seal in juices and brown your food. So, no matter how impatient or hungry you are, never avoid this crucial cooking step. You'll thank us later. Now that you know some of the best cooking tips out there, as well as the 3 main cooking mistakes that you should never make, get out there and start cooking. Cooking can be fun, enjoyable, and even a memorable experience. All you have to do is make sure you avoid making common mistakes, and your dish will turn out delicious. What are some of your favorite cooking tricks that weren't in this video? Share them with us in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this video? That's great! Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching!